Imagine a world where every teenager spent just a few hours a week giving back, maybe serving at a food bank, tutoring a younger student, or helping clean up a local park. Now, picture what that world would look like: stronger communities, more responsible young adults, and a generation that understands what it means to care for others. These aren't just school assignments, they are opportunities to grow personally, socially, and professionally. But right now, too many teens never get that chance. Often, community service is seen as an optional or as just another thing to boost a college application. As a result, many young people never volunteer at all. And when they miss that opportunity, our communities miss out too. That's why I believe community service should be a required part of every teenager's education, not just to check a box or fulfill a requirement, but to build better people and better communities. Today I'm going to show you why. First, we'll look at how community service helps teens build essential life skills and strong character. Second, we'll explore how service strengthens and connects communities. And finally, we'll see how experiences prepare teens for the real world and long-term success. I'll be using this visual aid. You can see it there. And it will be something that you can look over and reference throughout this speech. All right. Community service builds character and life skills. Teenagers are in one of the most important stages of life for shaping identity, values, and habits. Community service plays a powerful role in that development. When teens volunteer, they begin to understand the lives and struggles of others. According to Mary Krippner from United Way, volunteering helps teens develop empathy, responsibility, and time management skills that don't always get taught in classrooms. These experiences teach teens to think beyond themselves. Volunteering also encourages discipline and commitment. Unlike school assignments with firm deadlines, service requires initiative and follow through, skills that are absolutely essential in adult life. It also helps teens build leadership. Think of a student who decides to organize a food or clothing drive for a local shelter. That teen isn't just collecting donations. They're creating a plan, motivating others, solving problems, and following through. As Dan Major noted in Psychology Today, community service also supports teen and mental health by increasing feelings of self-worth and belonging. That's especially important in today's day, where teen anxiety and depression are at an all-time high. Giving back makes teens feel useful, connected, and confident. As you'll see on the second part of the pamphlet I handed out, it speaks of how it helps teens know their worth. In a society obsessed with academic achievement, teens need to know that report cards aren't the only thing that reflects their self-worth. Community service strengthens communities. Now let's talk about the bigger picture, how community service impacts not just individuals, but entire neighborhoods and cities. Many local organizations rely on volunteers to function. According to Erin Helt from the Bridge Teen Center, when teens give their time to local causes, it's a win-win. Organizations get the help they need, and teens become more invested in their communities. One example, teens who volunteer at senior centers, they're not just helping serve meals or organize events. They're building bridges between generations. They're learning from older adults while providing companionship and energy in return. Community service also brings people together. When teens work side by side with others from different backgrounds, it breaks down social barriers and encourages understanding. And let's not forget, when teens are engaged in meaningful activities, they're less likely to engage in negative behaviors. Dan Major's research highlights how volunteering provides structure and purpose, keeping teens out of trouble while giving them something to be proud of. Okay? And that also reflects the first statement on the pamphlet I handed out, which says, helps them makes a difference Volunteering gives them a first-hand experience of what they're capable of. They also learn that even the smallest acts of love and kindness count. Community service prepares teens for the future. We often talk about preparing students for the real world, but what does that actually mean? It means giving them experiences that develop work ethic, communication, leadership, and adaptability. Community service offers all of that, sometimes more than a classroom ever could. For example, a student interested in healthcare who volunteers at a hospital might discover a love for pediatric nursing or mental health advocacy. That hands-on exposure can shape future goals and inspire lifelong passions. And from a practical standpoint, volunteering looks great on college applications and resumes. Admissions officers and employers don't just want good grades. They want people with initiative, compassion, and the ability to work in teams. According to United Way, students who volunteer are more likely to graduate high school, go on to college, and find success in the workplace. Why? Because they're already developed the skills that success requires. More importantly, these experiences help teens see themselves as capable contributors to society. That sense of self-efficacy, believing that you can make a difference, is priceless. Let's address the counter-argument. Now, I know some people believe that requiring community service defeats the purpose. After all, it is mandatory. Is it really volunteering? It's a fair point. Volunteering ideally should come from the heart, but here's the reality. Many teens don't volunteer simply because they've never had the opportunity or encouragement to try. When service becomes a requirement, it becomes part of the culture, something that's normalized rather than optional, and research supports this. According to the Bridge Teen Center, many teens who begin volunteering because it's required continue even after their hours are completed because they find it rewarding. The requirement simply gets them through the door. What they discover once they're there is what makes it meaningful. So let's come back to the big idea. Community service isn't just something nice for teens to do. It's something every teen should do. By making it a required part of education, we ensure that every young person, no matter their background, has access to the life-changing lessons that service can provide. We live in a world that needs more compassion, more initiative, and more community. By requiring community service for teenagers, we're not just checking off hours, we're shaping better citizens, stronger communities, and a brighter future. So let's support policies and programs that give every teen the chance to serve, because when teens give back, everyone moves forward. The citations recap. Krippner, Mary, 5 Benefits of Teen Volunteering, United Way, July 28, 2020. Mager, Dan, Volunteering Benefits the Health and Wellness of Kids and Teens, Psychology Today, January 16, 2024. And Helt, Aaron, The Importance of Community Service in a Teen's Life, The Bridge Teen Center, February 17.